Hello! Welcome to Nest Insider. This is Chapter 4 Work and Job Search. Would you like to know how much you can earn and what to expect at work in Australia? We will give you real people, real examples, and real salaries. Most people who come here, they want to find an interesting, intellectually stimulating, and at the same time a well-paying job. Maybe you are one of them. It's easier said than done, however. As a newcomer, things don't go necessarily the same way as planned. However, with the practical tips in this chapter, hopefully you will succeed much faster than others. The key is a good resume. Our resume tips will address how to do one. There are many more topics in this chapter. We will talk about jobs in demand, the differences between employment types, salaries and wages, and also workplace culture. One of the most common rejection excuses is that people don't have Australian experience. Of course, how would you have it? You have not worked here before. Hopefully, with all the tips in this chapter, you can never hear this sentence ever. Many more? Let's start. Chapter 4 Work and Job Search. We have arrived at one of our most popular subjects. We will touch on the following topics: unique Australian workplace culture, communication at work, employment types, salaries and wages, job search, jobs in demand. Unique Australian workplace culture. We will not attempt to make any comparison with other countries, but would like to introduce what is considered normal at workplaces in Australia. You may have a different normal in your home country. In Japan, China, India, Germany, Indonesia, UK, US, and many more. In general, we have the following characteristics. Our work week is kept between 35 and 40 hours per week. The average is 38 hours per week. This means 7.6 hours per day. Usually there is a 30-minute lunch break. At some workplaces there is set time for morning tea, 15 minutes. This is included in your work hours and it is paid. If you are a smoker, employers do not really like if you are taking breaks. Compensation is usually shown as wages, 2 weeks' pay, or salary, monthly pay. If you need to do overtime at the request of your supervisor or work at night during the weekend, these are paid extra. Work health and safety is serious and mandatory. You must follow the rules and policies. No doubt. You do not stand on a chair to change light bulbs. You do not use faulty tools and devices. You wear PPE if this is required for your job. If you are an office ninja, your working area is ergonomically designed. If there is any safety and health risk in your environment, you need to report it. Annual leave entitlement is 20 days per year. No matter how old you are or what work experience, what job role you have. This is the same for everyone. Leave is accrued every month. That means if you worked 6 months, you have accumulated about 10 days leave. If this is not enough, you may request unpaid leave. You also have about 12 days of paid public holidays. If you have a permanent job and you are on a monthly salary, your compensation could be 17.5% higher for the period while you are on leave, if you are eligible for annual leave loading. Actually, when you are not working, you are getting more money. Isn't that wonderful? Work ethics is high. Australians are hard workers, and you do not need to be behind their back and check what they are doing. They don't expect that you work harder than others, but they do expect that you integrate and pick up the normal pace within a workplace. Your employer ensures you have all the necessary equipment, tools, safe environment to perform your job. Work colleagues are usually very friendly and they engage in a small chat in breaks. But avoid chatting too much and be too talkative. If you need any help, your colleague will be more than willing to support you. When they ask, "Is everything all right?" they mean work-wise. Do you need any additional information? Are you able to work independently? Being late is very uncommon, and usually staying late after work hours is also uncommon. Obviously, there could be huge differences among various workplaces, and managers can work 24/7. I'm talking in general. If your workday starts at 8 a.m., usually people arrive 10 or 15 minutes earlier. At 8 a.m., they start working. No more coffee chats. Coming late is not recommended. You will get some frowns. Around 9 a.m., there is a morning tea break if you are a blue-collar worker. This 15-minute pause offers you a good opportunity to get to know each other better, engage in small talk, and have a coffee or tea together. If you are new, use these breaks wisely and mingle with the team instead of staying aside. If you are working in a factory, a bell will indicate the breaks and the end. Lunch break is about 30 minutes. Usually 10 or 15 minutes before 4 p.m., they send the last emails, pack up the tools, and are ready to finish the day. If you are an office worker or white collar, there are no set time breaks. Deadlines are the ones that count. Everyone takes a break and has lunch when their daily agenda permits. Australian workplaces are multicultural, but the Australian work ethics and culture are dominant. Australians accomplish a lot during the day, work hard, and then they can finish and enjoy the rest of the day with families and friends. An interesting example is one of our friends who is working for an American company here. His US colleagues did not understand how it was possible that you do not need to reply to emails while on annual leave. While it is expected in the US, it is definitely not expected here. If you are on leave, you should switch off. Another example is when a Korean high-level manager on assignment in Australia does not understand why people go home after 5 or 6 p.m. In Korea, people usually stay late or until the supervisor is around. Here, people like finishing around 5 or 6 p.m. and spend time with their families and hobbies. If you are an employee, it's not an expectation that you pick up your phone after work hours. If you are running your own business, of course this is different, as you are switched on 24/7.